You just told your 5-year-old, come to the table for the 8th time in the last 5 minutes. Or maybe your 2-year-old decides to throw a fit and not put on their shoes. Now you're running late and trying to get out the door. Maybe it was your 7-year-old who yelled, I hate you! You're the worst mom, dad ever, as they slam the door to their room. And suddenly your feelings of calm and well-being are swept away as your emotions and feelings well up inside of you and overwhelm you. You were triggered. Let's bring neuroscience home and understand what is a trigger. Make sure you watch all the way to the end though, to learn how our triggers can make us suffer, or we can choose to not suffer as a result of our triggers. We all have those hot buttons that will take us from calm to crazy in a split second or less, as we seem to not be able to stop our irrational behavior. Our reactions are way out of proportion to that seemingly small or even trivial thing that our child said or did that triggered us. And other times, however, we may feel justified in our anger. However, our emotional storm passes and then we begin to feel guilty because we know we overreacted, we were out of control. So we vow to respond more calmly and not spiral out of control the next time that our child says or does that thing that makes us so crazy. In parenting terms, a trigger is anything your child says or does that makes you feel excessively upset, hurt, or helpless. In her book, Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids, Dr. Laura Markham, a clinical psychologist and parenting coach, says, a trigger is anything that you experience in the present moment that will activate a feeling from your past. And then you will act in a way that is not in keeping with the present. You can transform your triggers when you understand the root cause of why your triggers happen. And the first step to understanding your triggers is to understand the relationship between your thoughts, emotions, and your feelings. You may be unaware that your emotions and feelings are a direct result of your thoughts. Also, you may likely think that your emotions and feelings are interchangeable. Neuroscience, however, tells us that our thoughts are the electrical signal that creates a biochemical signal in our brain and in our body. It is this biochemical signal, which are the neurotransmitters and the hormones, that then travel throughout the body and create those urges and sensations in our body that we know as emotions. For example, maybe you're thinking, I just told my child 5 times to pick up their room and look at this mess. The toys are scattered everywhere, the books are off of the bookshelf, they're on the floor, and his PJs from last night are not even in the hamper. As you think each thought, you begin to feel your stomach knot, your fists clench, your face may turn red, and you find your mouth opening to yell at your child and tell them exactly what you think about that mess. You may even not be aware of all of those sensations and changes as they are happening in your body. They are happening within a few seconds. In addition, your heart was likely racing and sending a lot of extra blood to your limbs so that you could close that distance between the doorway of the room and your child in one giant leap if you so chose. All of these changes occur because your thoughts activated a part of your brain called your sympathetic nervous system. This is also known as your fight, flee, or faint system. So what are your feelings? Your feelings are your conscious awareness of those bodily sensations. In other words, your conscious awareness of your emotions. Behind every emotion is a thought or a belief. Your emotions are in response to your thoughts or belief, and they will always be a perfect match to your thoughts. The big idea here is that it isn't the situation that causes us to be triggered, but it is our thoughts about what happened. What we make the situation mean is what causes us to be triggered. You may think that your child's whining, temper tantrums, or disrespect are causing you to suffer or be triggered and feel suddenly and irrationally angry or upset. But you were feeling this way because of your thoughts about their behavior. Let's connect some neurons and let me give you an example of how our thoughts might actually create how much we suffer, not the situation. This past summer, I went on a long-awaited family reunion vacation that had been put off since 2020 because of the pandemic. The first day of my vacation, I went hiking, fell off a rock ledge, and fractured 2 bones in my foot. This hurt. It was painful for me both physically as well as emotionally, because it meant now I couldn't do many of the activities that I had planned for the rest of the vacation. However, how much I was going to suffer would depend upon my own thoughts. I could think, this really stinks. My vacation is over. This is a disaster. I'm going to just pack up my bags, go home, because I know that my foot is going to hurt. It's going to take 8 weeks for it to heal, and I can't do anything, especially enjoy all the outdoor activities that I had planned for this vacation. Or I could say, I could have fallen off that ledge and hit my head. It could be so much worse. I'm actually lucky I only broke 2 bones in my foot. I can tape up my foot, or I can wear a walking cast and figure out how to enjoy the rest of my vacation. What did I do? I chose the latter. I went sightseeing in the Rocky Mountain National Park, and the scenery there was exquisite. I was able to enjoy it because there's a road that goes through the park, and I could sit in my car and still enjoy the scenery without having to do very much hiking or walking. In addition, I took a gondola up to the top of a mountain, and I was able to get this beautiful view of the area. When the rest of the people in my group went on a hike, I went into town and explored the town. I sat and chatted with the people in the town and learned about the area and met so many interesting and wonderful people. Overall, I had a wonderful vacation. The point of this is that my thoughts determined how much I suffered, not the painful experience. In our next video, we are going to explore how and why our triggers make us suffer. Thank you for watching. Please click the like button and subscribe. For more information about emotional social parenting with a neuroscience perspective, visit my website at drjonette.com.